Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Melissa Oti, and if you're new on this channel, I say you please kindly hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified whenever I post new content on this channel. So you guys, today I'm going to be talking about how to buy a house in the UK. In one of my videos where I talked about the bills that we pay in the UK monthly, some of you came to me privately to ask how we got our mortgage, because I guess a lot of you were surprised at the amount that we pay monthly for our mortgage. You guys requested that I make a video on how to get a house in the UK. Now, first thing first, I'm not a mortgage advisor, neither am I a financial advisor. So every single thing I'm going to be saying in this video will be based on my personal experience, because myself and my husband, we got our house in the UK I think in a year and about 11 months. That's basically about 23 months of moving to the UK. That was when we got our house. So when it's even up to like 2 years, or rather we're approaching 2 years in the UK when we bought our first house in the UK. So obviously every single thing I'm going to be talking about will be based on our experience, right? Just a minute or two of your time. Have you ever tried to send money back home and you're struggling with hidden charges, high transfer rates, and low exchange rates? Believe me, I understand your plight perfectly because I have been there. And that is why I bring to you all Ilero Remit app. With Ilero Remit app, you're able to send money instantly from the UK to African countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, Tanzania, Uganda, Sierra Leone, and Kenya. And trust me, there are no hidden charges. It is very easy to use. It is reliable. It is secure. They offer the best exchange rates ever and the best transfer rates you can ever think of. Now, let me surprise you guys. You can send money from the UK to African countries like Ghana, Gambia, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Sierra Leone for free. Yes, you guys, for free. And also they offer multiple delivery methods like cash pickups, bank, or wallet. I know you've never heard of cash pickups. Yes, you guys, Ilero Remit app offer cash pickups. I know a lot of people are not really used to using the banking system. They find it really exhausting, and that is why there's cash pickup options for you. Also, they offer the cheapest transfer fees to Nigeria. Why don't you download the app and try it out? Trust me, you're going to like what you see. There are so many testimonials and positive reviews about Ilero Remit app. Myself and my family, we use Ilero Remit app, and that is why I bring it to you guys today so you can try out the app, and believe me, you are going to thank me. Now, the most exciting part of it is that with my unique code Melissa, you get an instant £2.99 after your first transfer. And then when you refer your friends to download and use the Ilero Remit app, you get a £5 extra bonus. You guys know I love to share with you all things that I enjoy using, things that make life really, really easy for me. So guys, what are you waiting for? Download and start using Ilero Remit app immediately. Now, the first thing you need to do upon arriving in the UK, especially if you have it at the back of your mind that you want to buy a house, because myself and my husband, the moment we came, in fact, before we actually got to the UK, we got married, right? And we made our plans. So we were like, okay, we have to achieve this at a particular time. Like, we already made our plans, right? So we are planners. That's just the truth. Especially me, I'm a very good planner, okay? Anyway, we are planners. So you need to plan and know exactly what you want, right? So now on your arrival in the UK, now you need to learn how to save, because how are you going to get your deposit if you don't save up? Now you need to build your credit score. See, this credit score thing cannot be overemphasized. You need to, the moment we came to the UK, we started building our credit score. Like, there are so many ways in which you can build your credit score. Of course, it's a totally different content entirely because it is quite broad. But if you're interested in knowing how to build your credit score, especially as a new immigrant in the UK, let me know in the comment section and I'll make a whole content about that. Now, you need to build your credit score. Like, the little tip I can give about that is get a credit card from your bank, and then from there you can start buying things using your credit card. Very, very important. And make sure you also pay back. Credit score is basically as you come to me personally to ask for money and I lend you, and then you pay back, and then you come again, I lend you, you pay back, and just like that. So if I keep lending you money and you keep paying back, if you keep coming and coming, there is no way I won't lend you money, if that makes sense. This is just like the layman language of explaining what building a credit score is like, but obviously it is way broader than this explanation. Now, as regards saving your mortgage, you need to have it at the back of your mind that I need to save at least 5% of the value of the house. Now, this is dependent on the back. So if I were in your shoes, I would save towards having 10% of the value of the house, right? If that makes sense. Also, you need to know where you would want to buy a house in the UK. This UK is structured in a way that some places are so expensive to live in and some places are so cheap to live in. Now, while some places are just in between. So you need to make a research and know the city or the town that you would want to buy a house. Note that the deposits that you pay will influence your interest rate and also the amount that you pay monthly. The higher your deposits, obviously the lower your monthly mortgage, if that makes sense. So for instance, let's say you deposit like 30% of the value of the house. Obviously the bank is going to bring 70%, so that is going to reduce your monthly mortgage. But if your deposit is like 5% or 10%, obviously you're going to pay higher, because for instance, let's say you bring 5%, the bank is going to bring 95%, so that means higher monthly mortgage fee and of course higher interest rate. And also note that your visa status affects your interest rate. For instance, if you already have ILRO or you're British, trust me, your interest rate is most likely going to reduce. But someone like me that is on Tier 2 visa, obviously my interest rate is going to be higher than that of people that have got ILRO and the British. Now, when you must have built a credit score and of course you have gotten your deposits ready, now the next step will be for you to have an idea of the kind of house that you would want to get. Of course, you can get this information on Zoopla, Rightmove. There are so many sites that you can access to check, you know, the kind of houses that are available for sale in the area where you live in, be it new build or old build. That way you can be able to check to know which you can afford. I mean, there are different kind of house types in the UK. We've got terraces, we've got semi-detached, we've got detached. So it depends on your amount. Obviously, getting a detached house is more expensive than apartments. Like apartment is just like, you know, blocks of houses and then you just have your own apartment in the block, if that means like room 1, room 2 kind of thing. So depending on your deposits and of course your income. For instance, if your salary is like £16,000 in a year, it is not expected for you to look for a detached house of 350,000. The bank will not even agree to give you money, because how are you going to pay your mortgage monthly, right? So you have to check yourself, check your income and be very sure that you can actually afford the house and make sure it's something that you can keep up with, something you can afford, if that makes sense. Now the next step is to get an agreement in principle. Agreement in principle is basically an agreement between you and the bank. For instance, Halifax Bank or HSBC can decide that, okay, yes, we are going to offer you 90% of the value of the house. You bring 10% of the value of the house. It's just like an agreement between you and the bank. This is a very important document when getting a house. For us, when we got a house, because we got a new build, they didn't even allow us access to check the house that we wanted without actually requesting for the agreement in principle. Yeah, the receptionist that attended to us asked us straight up, even over the phone, before they even booked us for our appointment, have you gotten an agreement in principle? So that's how important this document is. Now, after that, the next step will be for you to get your conveyance. Now, by conveyance, I mean your legal body, that's which includes your solicitor and then, of course, your mortgage advisor. Note that if you're getting a new build, most new builds already have like mortgage advisors and solicitors that they work hand in hand with. So you may decide to use theirs, but know that mortgage advisors is free. Whether it's new build or build that you're looking at getting, it is free. But legal solicitors, obviously, you have to pay your legal fees. Now, mortgage advisors, they take the stress off you, because if you're to do that job, trust me, you're going to be messed up. But they take the stress off you. Like, for instance, they make sure your documents are intact, like your pay slip. Most times, usually like 3 to 6 months pay slip, because they have to be sure that money comes into your account, and that money that comes in can actually get you the house. Like you can actually afford to pay your monthly mortgage based on that amount that you get monthly from your job. Now they check your contract of employment, they confirm your visa type, make sure that your stay in the UK is legal, is scout for the best bank for you, the bank that can offer you lesser interest rate. They also request for your 3 to 6 month bank statement. They just do all of the financial thing for you just to be sure that every single thing is intact, because trust me, you can get rejected by banks. However, you have to pay your solicitor, that's your legal team. So their main job is to check for potential issues with your house and of course the surrounding area. Now, after you've gotten your agreement in principle, the next step is to go for viewing. Check the house, make sure that the house is something that you like. For most new builds, unfortunately, you might not be able to make an offer. For instance, if the house of your choice is £250,000, they may not accept any offer on that house. However, there are usually other bonuses that come with the house. For instance, they might say, okay, because you work with the NHS, you're going to get this amount off your house. Or they can tell you that, okay, that we are going to accept to do your flooring, your wardrobe, just stuff like that. But make sure you ask. Don't just accept, because trust me, if you don't ask, nobody's going to tell you. So make sure you ask, okay, what comes with this house? But for old builds, you're entirely free to bid. If the house is 250,000, for instance, you can start with 180,000, and no 180, and then you guys can then bid them, because obviously the seller wants to sell the house. That's the reason for putting it up for sale, and you want to buy the house, and that's the reason why you're approaching the seller. So both of you can come to an agreement. If it's unsuccessful, you can keep checking for other houses, but trust me, buying a house comes with patience. You have to be very, very, very patient. Don't be in a haste. You need to take your time so you don't make mistakes, because if you should buy a house with so many errors and with so many mistakes, you're going to regret it for a lifetime. It can be a very good investment. At the same time, it can be a bad investment if you don't take your time. So there is no rush. Prepare yourself ahead so you can have all the time in the world to get the house of your choice. Now, when you finally agreed on the house that you want to get, be it new build or old build, it will be a good time for your conveyance to step in. By conveyance, I mean your mortgage advisor and your solicitor. Now, when agree that, right, this house is okay and is good, the surrounding area is good, like they've done their positive check. Now, while they are doing this, your mortgage advisor would be busy, checking for the bank that will offer you the best interest rate. Now, when your mortgage advisor have done this check and comes to you and say, oh, HSBC came with this interest rate, or Halifax came with this interest rate, or Barclays came with this interest rate and stuff like that, and you're happy to go ahead, now the bank will in turn send a representative to value the house. Now, this is a very important process. You don't even need to be around. Their representative would go to the house that you want to buy, valuate it, and be sure that it is actually valued at the amount that they are selling it for. Very, very important process, because they are lending you money. Potentially, it's as though they actually own the house, because if you do anyhow, they will come back and collect the house. They need to make sure that the amount that you're buying the house for, that the property is actually valued at that amount, if this explanation makes sense. Now, after this process, there are other ways that you can actually source for funds. For instance, they have the Help to Buy scheme, where the government can help you boost your deposit by offering you, I think, 20% of the value of the house, and then you, on the other hand, you can bring your 5%. So this is the time that all of that happens, because your mortgage advisor would still then have to contact the Help to Buy team at that point to do their checks and be sure that you're actually qualified, to get the assistance from the government. However, there's a clause to this scheme. So if you're opting for this scheme, it's something you have to be very, very, very sure of, because this scheme can be good and at the same time it can be sour. If you want to know more about the Help to Buy scheme, let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to do a lot of research on it and update you guys about it. Now, if you have your full 10% or you have your full 5%, good job, you're good to go. It will be between you and your bank. You don't need to get the government involved, if that makes sense. Now, at this point, your mortgage advisor have gotten you a lender, and at the same time, your legal team have done all of their researches, and they're like, yes, they are very, very happy for you to buy the house, or rather the house and the surrounding area is okay. Now, obviously, before the bank will agree to lend you money, they must have done a hard search on your account. And hard search meaning that they must have checked your credit history and be sure that they can actually lend you money. Now, I use the word hard search because if anything should go wrong, it's going to affect your credit score. For instance, if the bank should do a hard search and then they decline for you a mortgage, it's going to affect the credit score that you spent your years or your months or a lot of your time building. So that's the more reason why before you decide that you want to buy a house, you need to be very sure of that move. You need to be sure that your things are correct, your deposits, your pay slip, your bank statement, every single thing is in order. Now, on the completion day, that's when you transfer your deposit to your legal team, and then the bank will transfer the money they're lending you. Basically, they transfer it to your legal team, and that this legal team will in turn carry this money and hand over to the legal team of the seller of the house. And like that is when a completion of the house can be established. And then in turn, you sign your contract, and while all this will be going on, obviously you'll be getting loads. I remember them, my husband and I, we got tired of emails upon emails upon emails. You won't even see your legal team face to face. Every single thing is documented. They have no business seeing you face to face or calling you over the phone. Every single thing will be documented because buying a house is a very, very serious business. So they'll be sending you lots and lots of files, documents for you to sign and stuff. On the completion day, that's when you can then sign the final contract of the house, and then you can get your house document. And of course your keys, and then you can start planning on your moving date. So it looks really simple when it's being explained step by step, but it is not as easy as it sounds. Like this thing I'm saying can take months upon months. House did not really take so much because we completed December, and I think we actually started the whole house thing in about September or so. So it literally took like 3 months, and that's because we're lucky and our things were ready, like fully ready. Anything they ask for, we provide. Anything we ask for, we provide because we already planned. That's more reason why you have to plan very well before considering buying a house. Share with me in the comment section if you've got questions on how to build a credit score, or the help to buy scheme, or any other thing that you want to know, the conveyance, or just anything at all that you want to know about this topic. And if it's something that I am up to, I'll be more than happy to go do an extensive research and then feed you back in another content entirely. So yeah, that is the process, you guys. Till I see y'all in my next one. Bye guys.